Right, well, I'm back on the tour today. It was the only river that looked like it was properly fishable. Everywhere else seems to be still a bit too high. Yeah, that's my third fish now. I'm just fishing a bit of upstream nymph. It's only 8 o'clock in the morning, a bit too early. It must be rising really. Got this little green nymph on with a silver bead. First fish I had was a really nice fish, about 10.5 inches, just in the pool down by the bridge there, but the camera failed. It stopped recording for some reason, so I hope that's not going to be a theme for today. Right, so a few more casts in here. Dead easy this setup. All I've got is a couple of bits of coloured sea fishing line there, directly onto the end of the fly line, and then 4.5 foot of tippet. Nice bit of direct nymphing. And I'm just watching that. I've greased up the sea fishing line. I'm just watching that for any movement. Looks like it's going to be a scorcher of a day. Let's hope we find some rising fish and we can do some dry flies fishing. In short supply this year. I'm only catching little chaps at the moment. I've just switched on to the duo now to see if anything will come up and take a dry fly. There's actually a bit more water coming through than I thought. It's hard work keeping up with the fly all the time. I haven't seen anything rise yet, but I have seen one mayfly, so maybe we're going to get a mega hatch today, but I doubt it. Ah, well, that one took the dry fly. Ah, came off. Oh well, that's nice. That was a rise anyway. Maybe things are looking up. Well, I don't expect you can see it on the camera, but over there in those trees, there's a lovely kingfisher. Maybe if it flies back this way, we might see it. There's just the odd fish rising in the tail of this pool here. I don't think they're going to be massive fish, but they are at least rising, so I've had a few on the nymph now. And I'm going to take it off and put the dry fly on. Come on, kingfisher, fly back this way. Wish I had a massive zoom on this camera. Well, we might see it. It's turned around to look at us now, so we're looking right at the orange. I don't know if you can see that or not. Fantastic. Fish have stopped rising though. Maybe they've seen it. One risen a bit higher up. Went over him. They're not having it, are they? Well, I'm back on the duo now. It does seem to be the best method for today. Having had a few fish now on the nymph, maybe 6 or 7. Sorry to report, I've just lost what I think would have been quite a good fish for this stretch of river, just in this pot here. I don't know how big it would have been. It's certainly 12 inches or more. And just pinged the hook out for no reason. Everything was going fine. So I might have a recording of the expletive I let out. I don't know if the camera got it on time or not. There you go, that's fishing, isn't it? Still yet to catch a really decent fish on camera this year. Normally I'd have had 1 or 2 12-inch fish by now. Maybe we'll get one later on. Well, for anybody who knows the river here, floods have knocked out this tree, which has changed this pool a bit, because it used to push the current down the far bank there underneath those trees, but now it's running down towards us here. So it used to be a good spot in under those trees. I don't know what this will mean now. I'm trying a dry black gnat at the moment. It's the only flies I've seen about. I haven't hardly seen a fish rise at all. It's totally dead. What a strange year we're having. End of May, this should be like prime time really to come and do a bit of dry fly fishing. Ah, I had a rise and I missed it. There we are. What do I know? Finally, something a little better. Forceps. All down. It's just a... Come on, go down. Back here. 10 inches maybe. Another slightly better one here. Let's come out of the net. Nine and a half maybe. Yes. I think he might be foul. Look, that's why I can't get his head up. Oh, come on, we need you in. You're hooked in the side or something. Poor thing. Yeah, I was just hooked in. Just foul hooked, unfortunately, that one. It's a good fish too. I must say when I hooked it, I thought it was massive because it didn't even move, it just sat there. Obviously that was why. Oh, so a quick measure and we'll let you go back in. 8, 10 inches. There it goes. Well, I hope you can see this on the camera. You might notice sometimes I seem to have 3 hands, and when I'm like unhooking a fish or changing a fly, and you might see this little belt clip thing. You just pop your rod in there, and your hands are free to do what you want. Nothing more than just a bent piece of perspex, just bend it up with a hot air gun, like a paint stripping gun. You will have to adjust this part here so that it grips your rod. You don't want it to be loose in there, you want it to actually pinch it so you can push it in. Now it's solid, nice and easy. Anyway, might be of some use to somebody. Right, well I think I'm going to call that the last fish then. I've had plenty of fish this sort of size today on the nymph, but there's nothing rising. Yeah, all around the sort of 6-7 inch mark, and a few, well about 3 I think, between 9 and 10 inches, and that good fish lost. A couple of splashy rises to the dry fly, nothing that I could sort of hook really, but no, everything on the nymph. They all seem to be right down deep. I've seen four mayflies I think, so maybe that's going to get started now. Perhaps all this flooding has just I mean, all the fish seem to be quite good condition, like fat, so maybe they've had a really good feed from all this flooding, and they're just not looking up. Right, have to try again some other time.